everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Michael Raleigh with Close to My Heart, and today I am going to create a layout using our evergreen collection, the patterned paper, the coordinating cardstock, and the die cuts. You can see the die cuts here come in two different colors, both sheets, one white and one craft. Now, I had some trouble beginning my video and missed a few minutes of the recording. So here I have already put together the left-hand page of my layout. And I'm just finishing up with the journaling spot as well as adding embellishments from those die-cut sheets. I like to do some dry fitting, as I call it, with my stickers and embellishments before I add them to the page. This allows me to get an idea of what the cluster will look like and how it will be balanced with the photos. I've done some of this ahead of time, so you'll see that here I'm just going to add these embellishments to the layout. I also like to use a little bit of foam tape on the stickers to give a little bit more dimension to my layouts. Now, as I am putting these snowflakes and branches on, let me just tell you a little bit about this story. This is my son-in-law, Trevor, and he grew up always having an artificial tree and had never been out to cut down a fresh Christmas tree. So this was his first time, and we gave him the honors of cutting down his first fresh Christmas tree. Another thing I want to point out here is that I used a blending brush and some pine ink to add a little wash behind both that circular sticker and behind the journaling square. This just allows those elements that I'm adding to the page that are overlapping the French vanilla background to stand out a little bit more. To tell you a little bit more about these die cuts, these are paper weight, like the weight of our Close to My Heart cardstock, and they are laser cut, so they come out super easily as you're trying to pull them from the sheet. I am just using my regular adhesive runner to add glue or adhesive to the back of these. And what you don't see on camera here is I have my all-purpose mat between me and the layout so that I don't have to worry about getting adhesive on my tabletop. So here are the pictures for the right-hand side of my layout. And what I'm concerned when I start doing this is I enjoy the pictures that I have, but there's a picture of that horse or foal, and I'm just not quite sure how that's going to fit into my layout. So just remember that as you see here, I'm putting together the right-hand side of my layout. I have two zip strips here. I used both of them on the left-hand page, but I wasn't sure how I was going to use them or if I wanted to use them both on this page. I cut my pictures down with photo mats out of the sea glass cardstock. I love how it makes it pop on the page with the pine paper. Now there is that horse picture. There is a story that goes along with that horse picture, and I really wanted to include it because horses are a significant part of my family story. So I'm looking here to see if maybe I should do a flip flap so it's somewhat hidden because it just doesn't go with the flow of the pictures. I decide to try putting a flip flap on with some cardstock and maybe decorating that cardstock with some of the stickers that I have. But after looking at the page and thinking about it a little bit more, I'm just not quite sure if that's how I want to do this. After taking a little break and thinking it through, as I started to adhere my pictures to the page, an idea comes to me about what if I created a pocket behind my Christmas tree picture and did a little hidden photo underneath there. And boy, that was just the ticket. So as I continued to put this layout together, putting the photos down, I was super excited about the option of creating this pocket. I took my thin foam tape and went right up to the edge of this photo on both sides, and then also adhered some foam tape to the bottom. Then, using my photo as a guide, I created a stop on the back of the photo so that the photo wouldn't go so far behind that I wasn't able to get it out from behind the picture. Then I started looking at my stickers and how I might embellish this side of the page. I loved how this circle picture kind of overlapped and also softened the straight lines of all the different elements on the page. And again, to carry over that shadowing that I did on the left-hand page, I did some shadowing with my blending brush and pine ink behind that round sticker. Then I adhere that photo that's actually a pocket to my base page. Now to finish this off, I bring in the left-hand side because I just want to see how this works together. And as I'm looking at that Christmas tree picture, I think, that would have been nice as a 5x7, but I don't have the capability to print that right now. So I am going to just move my pictures over a little bit so there's not such a big gap between the two candid shots and then the Christmas tree. Now it's time to finish the embellishing, and you can see here that I'm adding some of those die cuts. And I'm careful not to get too close to the opening part of that pocket because I don't want it to interfere with the ability to get that photo in and out. I decided I wanted to add some enamel dots as well. So I go through my stash and I find the dots from the Fresh Baked collection. There are still a few of these left on the website, and I love the different styles and colors that come with it, and I've used it with a lot of other paper packs in addition to the one that it was determined for. I'm careful to create a triangle with my embellishments and to also make sure there are multiple sizes of elements in my cluster and odd numbers of each kind of element. Now, after looking at both of those together, I'm happy with how that's going to look, and I finish off the pocket or the insert into the pocket. So I grabbed the 4x3 photo mat that I had for the flip flap and attached my photo to that. And when it goes into the pocket, I decide I want something that's going to stick up so that I can easily get it in and out without adding stress on the pocket. I find my tab thin cuts, and this is the perfect size, and I do have a small piece of paper after going through my scraps that I can use as the cut. So I adhere that to the top of my photo, and I want to use a lot of adhesive here because it is going to be a mechanical piece that's going to get used to pull that picture in and out. And when it gets cut, it's a little bit longer than the photo mat, so I trim those ends off, and there it is. It fits nicely, and it goes well with the other papers that are on this page. What you can't see here is to the far left on this page is a strip of that pine cone and bough paper. I add one more little heart die cut to the pocket, and we're finished. Here you can see my completed left-hand page, and then here is the pocket, and I actually did some journaling about that horse on the back side. Thank you for coming and watching my video, and please subscribe and like, and if you have a time, add a comment. I'd appreciate it. Thank you.